Retrospect, I have two opinions on this. One is that this is crazy this wasn't already in the game, because this is already in so many other mobile gacha RPGs. And the exact opposite opinion is we get enough crap runes from dungeons that we really don't need this at all. So let me show you guys the new dungeon for those of you that haven't already seen it, because I know there's some people that are just watch the channel that don't even play Summoner's War anymore. So whether you've seen it or you haven't seen it, we're going to take a look today. So for those of you that haven't already seen it, this is the brand new Mimic Dungeon. This is a limited time dungeon for players to farm mana stones. I don't think that this will be a limited time dungeon for just the Christmas season. I feel this will be a regular occurrence in Summoner's War moving forward. My logic behind that is just from a development perspective to make an entire new dungeon. I'm also going to contradict myself in a second, but to make an entire new dungeon just for farming mana at Christmas time, I don't see why they would do that. Like, if they just wanted to give players a couple million mana once, they would just do it in an event and not have to worry about developing a brand new dungeon. So I feel this will be a regular occurrence, and I feel like this will probably go hand in hand with the next anniversary advertising campaign to get new players in, because a lot of the times new players, when we'll start the dungeon, we should probably start the dungeon, but when new players start the game, one of the biggest issues is mana. I talk entirely too much. Let me give you the TLDR on the dungeon mechanics. It's a dark unit. He has 3 skills. The first skill is an AoE that ignores the effects that resist death. The second skill is every 5 rounds, he's going to eat one of your team members. And then the third skill is 3 parts. The first part is he mitigates the damage based on HP. Second part is he's immune to continuous damage. And the third part is any multi-hit attacks, he's going to only take the first attack out of those, and then he's going to nullify the damage after that. So we don't really need AoEs, we don't really need multi-hit skills, we mostly just want to do big single target one-hit attacks to him. So let's build a team and let's see how we do. So we're back, we built a team. I know it looks super budget, free to play friendly, however for this dungeon, for what it is, this should be a dungeon that helps new players, casual players, returning players get enough mana to actually upgrade things. So this should be a dungeon that free-to-play friendly units can, I mean, all dungeons really should be dungeons that free-to-play friendly units can clear, but this team should be perfectly capable of this. Okay, so we still get the attack power buff and the speed. Nice. We still get the attack power buff and the speed buff. I was concerned that Crow wasn't going to do enough damage with the team that I had in here before, because I wanted to use the Dark Hellhound. Especially with that speed buff, because he does damage based on speed. He does pretty solid damage. However, I put the Inugami in here, even though, you know, multi-hits. But I figured it was going to be still more beneficial having that consistent defense break from 2 defense breakers, just in case one of them gets stolen. All right, so Susanoo gets spit out, and who's going back in there? And Crow. Okay, so this is a perfect example of what I was just saying. It's gonna take a while, isn't it? So we get some base mana from just doing the dungeon, and then we get I think it's 150,000 each wave. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I did this on the Asia server account, but I was half asleep. So I was just like, let's stick 5 units in here, whatever units. I was like, Riley and 4 other units. I'm like, let's see if we can. We did clear we cleared almost all of it, but I was like, let's see if we can clear a lot of it. There's no sustain on here really, aside from the self-sustain with Gracefelg and Susanoo. So that's another one. That's another reason that I wanted to do the dark Hellhound. So we could also put Ardella on Vampire. We could also use a Dark Vampire Lord, which we might want to try. Might be the better option, right? Because I don't really want to bring Riley in here. She doesn't do that much damage, obviously. Yeah, I think we'll try the Dark Vampire Lord. Makes sense. Because really, I mean, we're clearing the waves just fine. We just don't have enough damage. I mean, we don't have, we have enough damage. We don't have enough sustain. So even though we didn't have enough sustain to get past wave 16, this is how much mana we got. 2.2 million mana for getting up this high. This is the first time clear rewards. Now let's see it without the first time clear rewards and with sustain, and I'm sure we can clear it. We're back. We changed up the team. We took Susano out. We took Kreisvelg out. We put in Shaman. I don't like using Shaman here because, I mean, Shaman's got a few things. Number one, he's going to do a lot of damage. Number two, he's going to heal the entire team. So we have 2 units here that heal. I don't like the fact that we're using Shaman because that is a unit that you actually have to summon versus a unit that you could just get free to play. Like, if you just get really bad luck from LD scrolls and never pull a Shaman, this doesn't really help new players. So, I'm sure they can... I'm sure they can figure something else out for this. I hate to say stuff like that, but I hope that Comptuous puts a Shaman Hall of Heroes. Not a Hall of Heroes. Secret Dungeon! That's the one I meant. Secret Dungeon, not Hall of Heroes. Next Hall of Heroes is a Shaman. People are like, oh no, this was supposed to be a LD4, not a Shaman. It was either this or Molly. Mass Exodus, everyone leaves Summoner's War. Okay, so we're at wave 19. I would like to think that we will be okay. Fully healed, I mean, mostly fully healed up. Oh, we also don't have that much time. So, let's see. We have 6 seconds. I feel like we could probably beat it a little faster the next time, because I feel like we would actually have it if we landed some more defense breaks. So, yeah. In terms of without first time rewards though, big difference. So you only get a couple thousand mana for clearing this. This is really only worth clearing once. If you get to wave 19, wave 20, wave 18, wave 17, honestly, I feel like that's like, even if you just get up to that far and you still have a couple floors left, rather than beat yourself up about trying to get those extra couple floors, unless you want to just do it for the achievement of like, yes, I did wave 20, which I'm going to do afterwards. But if you're just looking for mana, like, just do as far as you can and then go back to farming runes, because honestly, I still feel like, even with this brand new dungeon in the game, I still feel like just it's not that I still feel like, it is that farming runes is just more efficient and useful than trying to farm this dungeon over and over and over again. So there's actually another thing that I wanted to take a look at, so let's do that now. We're here now on the Newbie Juby account that I used for the 23-hour-long crazy ridiculous new player video. So we get a special holiday gift from Comptuous, anything to take us to the store page, anything. So we get some, we got a Super Angelmon, we get some scrolls, we get some, what else, holiday bells. And then these are all the packages. I think these used to, like, these ones still show the dollar signs, but these ones, did these used to show the dollar signs as well? When did they took those off at some point? We should probably get. We don't even play with this account anymore, so we don't really need to get anything. Another thing that I wanted to mention is if you haven't already gone here to claim your rewards from the, basically just season 23 ended, and everyone gets rewards from that. So there's 2 different places that you get free rewards. So energy, 3 scrolls, and some crystals. Not bad. This is just for the, that's for something else. And then these are from the event gift of just what we took a look at, this special free holiday gift. A bunch of energy, some scrolls, some crystals, and holiday bells for the event. We also have the brand new Runecraft event. You guys already know this is going to be where you get the best runes on your entire account. Usually the best runes on your entire account, unless it rolled crap and you didn't farm enough and you didn't get the stuff, because this is the event that you, for those of you that are new, be greedy for this account. Farm as much as you can. Won't always farm as much as you can if you want to actually take the game seriously. If you're casual, that's fine, you know, but you're not going to get as good rewards, because farming really pays off a lot in this, because you can craft basically whatever your dream rune is. If it doesn't roll the way you want, and don't take this lightly, this event, if you take the game seriously, or if you want to take the game seriously, if it doesn't roll the way you want, keep going and try to get it as perfect as possible. My recommendations for the runes for this would be Swift, Swift, and Swift, and Swift. This is how some of these people get ridiculous Swift runes from this event. You're going to see after this event is done, or towards the end of the event, these crazy runes that people are going to be posting on social media sites and things that like just perfect rune rolls. So this is where you get those perfect runes. This is better than the rune packs. This is better than all that stuff. These events, farm a lot so you get enough points for the event, and then be greedy with what you get. Try to get like perfect rolls into speed if you can. Try to make craft your perfect rune or as close to it as possible. But yeah, I'm sure you guys have already seen that this event is back, and then you get these extra. This is nothing in comparison to the runes that this can potentially give you, because these are better than pay-to-win runes. This is one of the best events in all of Summoner's War. So it just keeps coming back every year, and it keeps getting better every year because the rune requirements, it kind of has to get better every year, right? Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. New dungeon and everything, and hopefully we get some other new updates, because this dungeon kind of came out of nowhere. No one was expecting a new dungeon. I mean, they mentioned it a little bit in the events, but no, we really weren't expecting a brand new mana farming dungeon from... It's kind of like this is in other mobile games for like years and years, ever since like the release of the game. It's like, here's how you farm for the currency. It's a dungeon that you specifically go into for that. But we really didn't have that much of an issue for competitive players because they're just farming all the time and selling all the runes, all the mediocre runes to get all the mana that they need. So we never really needed that. I'm not sure why they thought that was a priority for right now. It's like, let's put a mimic mana dungeon where you fight the dungeon is cool. It's just, this would have been way more useful, I think, at the beginning of the game, when the game first came out, like within the first year. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. That's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we get some new 2As soon. I'll see you as always in the next one.